Hey guys, it's Seth again. I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but things have been happening so much faster than I anticipated, and this is the first free time I've had. So, here it is. I wanted to introduce myself since you guys don't know much about me. I want to talk about the tiny house movement and particularly my design, and then I also wanted to touch on the business side of things, kind of where we're at in the process and where we're going from here. So first, a little bit about me. I've always had a passion for business and a goal to run my own company. I grew up working at my dad's fabrication and machine shop, and after college I went back to work for him as a machinist. It was an awesome experience and I learned some fantastic skills, but it just wasn't really my calling. While I was getting my business degree, I took some sustainability classes and was introduced to alternative building practices. I was really interested in the subject, but I couldn't see an immediate application. I wanted to use those ideas in the future to build my own house, but with the economy the way it is, that seemed totally out of reach. And then one night I saw these tiny houses and just something clicked. I knew immediately they were the solution to my housing problem. I also knew there were a lot of people out there that had the same housing situation. My brain flipped into hyperdrive. For 30 hours I just sat at my desk and let the ideas flow. When I finally snapped out of it, I had a design for a tiny house and a plan to solve that problem. Now I'm not saying I had everything figured out, and that's not true at all. In fact, I still have some engineering challenges to figure out and some business problems to solve. But I felt that there was enough there to justify going all in. So that's exactly what I did. I believe that this tiny house movement is more than just a fad. I mean, they're definitely not for everyone, but there's a lot of people out there that are tired of having a bunch of stuff. And they're tired of having to work all the time for that stuff. This tiny house lifestyle offers freedom from those stresses. This lifestyle also offers some financial freedoms. The monthly payment for a financed tiny house is significantly lower than it would cost just to rent a room in a big city. The utility costs for a tiny dwelling are just a fraction of what the average household pays. Plus, instead of paying for someone else's mortgage, that money is actually going towards something you own. Now, those things are true of most tiny houses. I want to take a second and talk about the few features that make mine a bit different. My house is designed to be completely off-grid capable. Though it doesn't have to be off-grid, it does have an electric inverter for alternative energy and a built-in water collection system. The roof is nearly flat, and this for a few reasons. First, it takes full advantage of the usable space while also acting as a catch basin for the water collection. But in true tiny house fashion, this design serves another purpose too. The entire roof will be a deck. To access this deck, I'll use the framework from the interior stairs to support individual removable risers. These risers will slide in from the outside and lock into place, leaving a very, very cool floating staircase. My design also calls for a wet bathroom. That's when the whole room doubles as a shower. So instead of having a small shower in a small bathroom, we combine the two, making both areas relatively spacious. My goal with this design is to provide comfortable, luxurious living anywhere in the country, whether that be in the heart of the city or in the middle of the wilderness. Fortunately, since this house is portable and off-grid capable, I can have both. I believe there's a lot of people out there that want those freedoms, but they don't have the means to do it themselves. That's exactly why I'm starting this company. I want to give everyone the option to live that lifestyle. Also, I believe the business can be the driving force for the change our country needs. We need to get rid of this business model that's all about take, without thinking about who or what we're taking from. Let's get back to a place where business is beneficial for everyone and everything involved. I want a company that provides good paying jobs for local families. I want to provide beautiful, efficient houses at an affordable price. And I want to do all of this with the smallest environmental impact as possible. I'm building this first house out of recycled materials, but I had planned on using new, responsibly sourced materials for the construction of these future houses, thinking that if I ordered all of the materials in bulk, I could keep things affordable. Well, I've changed my direction slightly. Over the last couple weeks, with a lot of help, I deconstructed an entire house that was headed to the dump. As you can see behind me, we got a ton of materials. There's still plenty of work to do until it can be used again, but knowing that we saved all of this from the landfill is incredibly rewarding. Plus, the coolest part is knowing that we're going to take an old, inefficient house and give it new life as a tiny home. Doing this deconstruction opened my eyes to how much material is sitting out there in the form of buildings destined for the dump. I want to continue reusing those materials. But I gotta get this first house done before that can happen. Fortunately, things have been moving along way faster than I expected. Finding this house was a huge blessing. I now have about 70% of the materials that I need. There's flashing to protect the underside of the trailer, a subfloor, multiple wood floors to choose from, and plenty of options for both the interior and exterior walls. There should be more than enough material to frame the whole thing, and the metal roof we saved should work great. I'll also have some miscellaneous items like a gray water tank, kitchen sink, electrical outlets, and so on. Now, there's still materials to be found, problems to solve, and a lot of work to be done, but this thing is well on its way. I wanted to take a few seconds to thank the people that have helped so far. First, the Brown family. They were the owners of the house we deconstructed. Thanks for putting in the effort to save as much of that home as you could. Next, Jack, aka The Big Grind. He put in a lot of work helping me get this trailer ready, plus helping out here and there whenever I needed it. Ryan, my right-hand man. He's helped on everything, from the trailer to putting in weeks of work taking down that house and helping with all of the videos. My Aunt Chris, she got this whole thing started by sending me a camera to document the whole project. My cousin Jeremy, he's always believed in me, but he also helped this thing start by purchasing a video card for that camera. My Uncle Dan, he gave me a bunch of advice on the design and the construction of this thing. And, of course, my parents. They have supported me through this whole thing and, unknowingly, let me take over part of their property. Thanks especially for letting me use the tools and the shop to get this thing off of the ground. There have been a lot of other people that have helped so far too. Thanks guys. There is no way I could have gotten this done without all that help. If there's anyone else out there that wants to get involved, send us a message on Facebook or shoot us an email. Whether you just have a question, want to help out, or maybe have something that would move this project along. We would love to hear from you. That's all I got for now. Thanks for watching, guys.